Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Second hour, Snowman in the morning, 2 minutes after thereof. And we have a brand new segment that we're going to have on Mondays going forward since we're at 3 hours now. It is the random Monday musings of Vikalah. Let's open the line and go to Chicago. Victor Locke joins me from my hometown in Chicago. Good morning, my man.
My brother, how are you doing?
Can you believe we've been friends 24 years? Is that not crazy?
It is amazing. It's a testament to what two men can do when they got love for each other. And it's hopefully we set that standard.
You know, before we get started, I got to share this funny story. I'm living in Gary, Indiana, and Victor called me, and we're talking, and about 30 minutes in, he says, well, I got to find a YMCA place. I went, huh? And he says, yeah, I got to find a YMCA place to live. I said, oh, hell no. And Victor dropped his phone and went, what? Bring your crazy ass out here. And he said, are you serious? I'm as serious as a heart attack. Bring your ass out here. 40 minutes later, I had a roommate.
And thus began the crazy misadventures of us living together.
Oh, my God. I'll share this one. I'll share this one before we get started. Victor and I, if there's one food Victor and I love, it's pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
We were at Ho Chunk Sports Complex outside of Lansing. We get rained out, so we didn't do any games, but we still got paid for all the games that were scheduled that day. So we're flying out, and Victor says to me, I'm hungry. Right on cue, my stomach starts growling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, where do you want to go? He says, let's go to IHOP. Oh, hell yeah. Fly into IHOP. And the waitress, bless her heart, sees two crazy men there, hungry crazy men, both of us laughing. She comes by. We get our appetizer. And she looks at us and says, what would you guys like to have? We both turned to her at the same time and said, pancakes!
Immediately. And what's funny is that there was a church service that just broke out when we got there. So the church folk is in there, and they're also saying pancakes.
Pancakes! Oh, dear Lord. Look, Snowman and Vikalah are gonna do this is the summer. This is gonna be the summer of podcasts because I'm producing one with my daughters. I'm starring and producing in one with my wife, and then Victor and I are gonna revive ours. I'll give y'all all the details before we close up shop today. All right, man. Let's get down to business.
Okay.
The first part of the random musings involves what?
There needs to be a clear-cut, concise requirements for Hall of Fame considerations.
Can I get a witness?
You have spoken about it. Mr. McCoffey has spoken about it. I've spoken about it. It has gotten to the point where we don't know who's going to get considered or why they're getting considered and who's getting snubbed.
Oh God. Oh, God.
You guys may not like this person.
Oh.
But I was a big backer for T.O. to get in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
His numbers spoke for themselves. Now, granted, he didn't get the big one, but T.O. was an amazing wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone kept saying, "Well, what about the what about the off the field stuff? What about stuff in the locker room? That counts." I'm like, "Does it help you win or lose a game?"
Right.
Well, not
Right.
really. There you go.
Thank you. And Victor taught that to me because I love Terrell Owens. All right. Absolutely love Terrell Owens. And then Victor got to me about what did he do on the field. And he's absolutely right. Which brings four names to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl Johnston,
Yep.
Tom Rathman, John Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
and you already know the other one.
Yeah.
Roger Craig.
And again, it goes back to we need clear-cut requirements of what these individuals. First, we need a clear, concise group of people that are going to be the committee. Because it seems like right now it's just sports writers.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
The only problem with that is that the sports writers, let's be honest, they hold grudges.
Say that again. Please say that again.
They hold grudges. They get snubbed for an interview. They have a bad interview with a player, or something happens that sports writer doesn't like. They will hold on to that grudge, and they will make every single argument in the book to keep them out of the Hall of Fame. That is unfair.
Terrell Owens, hello.
That is unfair.
I believe they hold a grudge against fullbacks.
Oh, especially. Because fullbacks aren't supposed to be an actual position to most people.
Kyle Juszczyk, line 1.
There you go.
Right? Kyle Juszczyk, line 1. Wearing the same number as Tom Rathman, number 44. And speaking of fullbacks, there are 3 that should be in the Hall of Fame right now. Matsui, Daryl Johnston, and Tom Rathman.
Yeah.
Now, we can go on and on about who should be in the Hall of Fame and who shouldn't, but it all depends on their accomplishments on the freaking field.
Now, I will say there's one caveat.
Yes, sir.
If there is a crime committed that is too big to ignore,
right,
I can understand it. I mean,
Same.
I know we'll talk about like this, but Chris Benoit.
Yes.
There's a reason why he will never be in the Hall of Fame, and I don't think even he would want to be in the Hall of Fame with what he did.
Right.
Okay? I know a lot of people are like, well, he was a great wrestler, and he was a tremendous wrestler and a good human being. But the thing that he did was so massive and so horrific, no one can make a good excuse for him being in the Hall of Fame. So if something that happens like the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, NHL, then I get it. But all these little namby-pamby nickel and dime messes. Oh, well, he didn't. I wanted an interview with him, and he said he wouldn't take an interview with me. And grow up, get over it.
Ryan McCarthy in the chat. Yes, that's one of the things I hate about the Hall of Fame. Oh, you blew me off for an interview. You said something mean to me on the beat. You're not getting into the Hall of Fame, which prompts Victor's point about there should be some changes to who is voting.
Yes,
for these people to get in the Hall of Fame. Now, the one name I will continue to say should be in the Hall of Fame right now, and he will never be in the Hall of Fame because people look at his numbers and say, well, he's not worthy of the Hall of Fame because of his numbers. Okay?
Roger Craig. Which is ridiculous because you have people with similar numbers to Roger Craig that are in. Why is he not in?
Why is Marshall Faulk, and I love Marshall Faulk. Don't get it twisted.
Absolutely.
I love Marshall Faulk from his days at San Diego State. But let's be completely fair.
Let's be honest here. Yes.
Why is Marshall Faulk in the Hall of Fame for 1,000 season and celebrated, and this man isn't?
And it gives us a little extra weight. Roger Craig still on his feet, still running. What a run by Roger Craig. You'll never see a better one than that.
It was from 1988, courtesy of CBS Sports. And y'all want to know the weird thing? That year, he did something that people forget. He led the league in rushing.
Yeah.
19. Look it up, folks. 1988. Oh, by the way, the 49ers won the Super Bowl that year.
Just thought you know. Just thought you didn't want to know.
Just thought y'all wanted to know. 49ers won the Super Bowl, and the Niners, I believe, Ryan, hit the live research if you would. I believe the 49ers are the only team with 200-yard receivers in the same Super Bowl. Jerry Rice, of course, who caught 11 for 215. Roger Craig caught 9 for 101. Nah.
And you go back to so you're saying that Marshall Faulk, who had comparable numbers to Roger Craig, he's allowed in, but Roger Craig is not.
Exactly.
Not to mention Roger Craig has won Super Bowls. Just
3 of them.
Like Marshall Faulk did. Just like Marshall Faulk did.
Marshall Faulk has won 1, but Roger Craig has won 3.
Right.
Why is Roger Craig not in the Hall of Fame?
So it goes down to who is voting.
If you want to talk about championships and people want to judge players and people by championships, folks, Roger Craig has 3 of them.
And I understand that because people will say, well, all the stats don't matter if you don't get the big one, which
is a lie, but go ahead.
I do understand that to some degree. Because we look at certain other people in other sports where they have a lot of stats, but they don't have the chips to back it up.
We'll save that for Wednesday.
Exactly. But you also have to look at the impact that these players had. And Roger Craig, let's make no mistake about it.
None.
Was an impact player.
I mean, when a lot of people don't know this, when Roger Craig was drafted by San Francisco, he was a fullback. He was a fullback at the University of Nebraska. All right. And then all of a sudden, Tom Rathman gets drafted, and he's the fullback, and the next thing you know, you have an award-winning backfield.
Right.
You have an award-winning backfield. What is wrong with this? Okay, and Roger Craig didn't get recognized. What is wrong with this picture?
I have no idea. But it's got to get to the point where we got to kick these beat writers out. Because
we got to get some fresh blood in there. How about that?
Because seeing like a lot of these beat writers, there's a bit of homerism involved. It's not my team. If it's not part of my team that I cover, I'm not going for them. Or as before, it's a grudge. You snubbed me for an interview. We had a bad interview. You did something I didn't like. I'm not letting you in.
You, I, and Ryan need to be on the Hall of Fame voting ballot.
Yeah,
and to be a part of the NFL. Okay, I'm working on that. I get, believe me, y'all. I'm working on that.
I'd love to do it. I'm saying
Ryan McCoffey wants to be commissioner of Major League Baseball in 2030. Let's get it.
Hashtag McCoffey for commish.
Yes.
Let's do it.
God, yes. Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. Because
let's do this, man. I mean, why can't we? That's my question. Why can't we?
I don't know. I don't see a reason why not.
I don't see a reason either.
It's time for us. It's just time for the Hall of Fame to get better. I mean, let's talk about Pete Rose.
Oh God, Barry Bonds.
Still not in the Hall of Fame. Why?
Roger Clemens.
Because
the government has a grudge. And listen, I do not condone performance enhancers. I do not condone the use of performance enhancers. LeBron James, I'm roasting your ass on Wednesday about that. Oh yeah, I'm dropping look. The bomb's already been dropped. Right. Okay, let's be real. The bomb has already been dropped.
Well, let's also look at this. Like, okay, performance-enhancing drugs, especially in the form of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it allows you to hit harder. It does not train your eyes. It does not enhance your eyes or your vision. It does not enhance your timing.
Mm-hmm.
It does not enhance the other intricacies that allows you to not only hit the ball, but hit the ball for power.
Mm-hmm. Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, sweet Lord. Mark
Big
McGuire,
man.
Roger Clemens, Andy Pettitte, Rafael Palmeiro, Sammy Sosa, all should be in the Hall of Fame. McCoffey for commish, absolutely. Going back to football, there's a receiver that should be in the Hall of Fame that did this on a Monday night game.
Sight adjustment. The quarterback and the receiver must see the same thing and agree on it and alter their throw and route accordingly. Misfire that time.
Craig is in motion on 2nd and 10, and Montana
From 19 this is from 1989.
As he hits the tight end Brent Jones, his 4th catch of the game, out to the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Believe me, folks, the play I want to highlight, the player that I want to highlight is coming up here very, very soon. All right. Good morning, Wise El Jefe. I hope you're doing well, my brother. I understand the loss of it. I understand the loss of a parent. Both of mine are gone, but I hope you're doing well, my friend. This is the player I want to highlight right here.
From just outside the 8. And Montana throws in wide open at the 20-yard line is Taylor with the defensive back falling down. Newman can't make the tackle. Taylor is inside the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown San Francisco. 92 yards.
That's the player or one of the players on that team that should be in the Hall of Fame. John Taylor out of Delaware State.
You know what's so sad?
John freaking Taylor.
You know what's so disrespectful about that is the fact that he knew exactly when to make his cut. And he hesitated for just a smidge so the defender could go right past him and fall down. And all I can think is push those children out of the way. That's
knock down the paralyzed cornerback.
Yep.
And get into the end zone where I can celebrate
help
with others.
Oh,
but why? What? Speaking of Wise, Wise El Jefe, this is for you.
The following is a public service announcement from Wise El Jefe,
Boston.
This has been a public service announcement from Wise El Jefe.
I'm saying that for a while.
Yes.
Coming up.
Yes.
We are 1 month away.
We
are 1 month away.
Baseball.
Yep.
Baseball. And why isn't Don Mattingly in the Hall of Fame? We can go on forever about people who should be in the Hall of Fame, but we're up against the break. Let's pause and come back. More random musings with Vikalah and the Cowboys. I'll just leave it there. And Victor and I are going to have some fun with the Cowboys being stuck forever in mediocrity. Back after this.